Okay, so I'm going to discuss about 4 pillars of life purpose. 4 pillars of life purpose. 4 pillars of life purpose. Purpose is a question that most people worried about. How do I find my life purpose? Life purpose is divided, I will divide it into 4 pillars. Okay, so pillar number 1 will be growth and learning. Of course, as a human being, we are meant to grow. But growth is not just about living from year to year, by accumulating numbers of ages. That is not that type of growth. So in growth, we have physical growth, mental growth, emotional growth, and spiritual growth. These are 4 areas of growth, and this area of growth is something that you do with intention. You grow with intention, with attention, and be alert and aware about life. Physical growth is something that happens naturally, unless if somebody has a kind of a rare disease or sickness. But without that, we are meant to grow physically. Mental growth, spiritual growth, and emotional growth is something that you have to be intentional about. Mental growth involves learning, reading, and acquiring skill. Spiritual growth involves understanding that we are not just a physical being on this planet Earth, but we are also a spiritual being. In fact, without a spiritual growth, one has not yet fulfilled a perfect or a complete life purpose. We are here as a spiritual being, but living in a physical world, in the flesh. So while you grow, you must also be intentional about your spiritual growth. Emotional growth, or what I would call emotional intelligence, is to also grow emotionally, to learn. As a child, when we are growing up, we grow up with a lot of wrong emotions. But as you grow older, it is very, very important to begin to learn how to grow emotionally, because wrong emotions can lead us to unnecessary suffering or setback. So your purpose in life is to learn how to have good and high quality emotions. So the first pillar of life purpose, like I said, is growth and learning. Learning or growth is divided into 4: physical growth, mental growth, spiritual growth, and emotional growth. We must be intentional, be aware, and be alert in this purpose. So as we grow older in age, physically, we must be intentional about growing emotional, spiritual, and mental. So this is the first pillar of purpose. The second pillar of purpose is to serve, right? The second pillar of purpose is serving. Serving involved to be in different way, all right? Some people are meant to serve maybe as a politician, as a pastor, or maybe as a professional, or maybe even as a bar attender or restaurant waiters. Whichever way you find yourself, you must know that you are not serving because you want to earn money. You are serving because it's your life purpose. When you come into service or into your place of work with the mindset of service or the mindset to serve, your approach to work and life are shifted. You understand that you are working not just because you want to earn enough money to pay your bills, but you are serving, to advance the human civilization in whichever area that you find yourself. It doesn't matter. When you come into service or your place of work with a mindset that your purpose is to serve. Wherever you are right now, wherever you are working right now, may be a temporary place. It's not necessarily meant that it's going to be permanent, but you must, you must approach your work from the mindset of purpose and the mindset of a service. So whether you own your own business or you are working with other businesses, when you find purpose in what you are doing right now, you are going to do it, first of all, do it in an extraordinary way. If you are a bar attender, you come to work with a purpose to serve, you are going to be the most happiest bar attender, because when you show up, people will know, people will feel your presence, because you are going to bring sunshine and rainbows into their life. You are going to bring joy and happiness into their life, because when they meet you, they find purpose, they find meaning of life, they find joy. Your purpose is to evangelize happiness, joy, and passion through work. So it doesn't matter whether you are an employer or an employee. Your purpose in life, which is the second pillar of life purpose, is to serve. So approach your work today, or whatever you are doing right now, from a mindset of purpose, of service. That is when you are going to find joy and happiness. And if you are seeing this video for the first time and your life is not in a place where you want it to be, I want you to go back to the first pillar of purpose, which is growth and learning. So begin to learn. So you can learn in two ways. Either you learn in a formal way by applying to school, or you learn through informal way, maybe by watching this type of video online, watching other videos, taking online courses, or reading books to begin to learn in the direction. Like I said in the first pillar, you have to live life from a place of intention and attention, a place of purpose. So the books, the video, the courses, or the school that you are going to apply for next, it should be on the right purpose, what you want to do. what you want to achieve or become, whether it's by acquiring skills or by acquiring certification to upgrade your skill so that you can be in a better way to earn better, to serve better. Alright? So the second pillar of purpose is service or to serve. So when you come into a place of work, don't look at this as I'm here to earn salary, but look at this from the other side, that I'm here to serve. Now, if you serve diligently, no matter the position you are right now, the management, if you are working with somebody, the management are going to notice that there's something different about you, that you take the job, that you make it to take the job as a personal responsibility, that you are going to put in all your heart, put in all your mind in pursuing of purpose, in pursuing of service. So that is the second pillar of life purpose. The third pillar of life purpose is to accumulate. In life, your purpose is to accumulate, whether it's accumulating knowledge, whether it's accumulating experiences, whether it's accumulating money. Your purpose is to accumulate. Okay? So if you are intentional about learning physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, through that process, you are going to acquire a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, a lot of experiences that you are going to accumulate over the course of year. Now also let us look at the accumulation of money. Okay? So no matter what you earn, you have to have the intention to accumulate some amount of money. And to achieve this, you must have a plan and a strategy. Like I said, you need to be intentional and pay attention and be aware of life purpose. Okay? So to do this, to achieve this, you can divide your income into maybe 4 places or 3 places. Okay? So 70% of your income, use it for your monthly expenses. Then 10% of that income, give it away, maybe to charity. If you are a Christian, pay it as a tithe to your church. That is 70 for your expenses, 10 for charity or tithe, and the remaining 20% put it into a savings. Alright? Save that money for 1 year. After 1 year, you can move at least 70% of the money into an investment account and leave the remaining 30% in there as a liquidity cash, so that in the case of emergency, if you need funds, you can be able to access some money for emergency purpose or for other unseen circumstances. Okay, so you do that year in, year out. No matter the amount of money you are earning, you must put some money away for accumulation, to accumulate some size of money in your life. Now, the fourth pillar of purpose is to give it away. Now that you have grown, now that you have learned, now that you have gathered knowledge, wisdom, experience, even some money, it's time to give them away. And by doing so, you are going to even attract more purpose, more purpose. You attract more purpose, by giving your time away, by giving your knowledge away, just like what I'm doing right now, trying to teach people some life purpose. Maybe in charity, you might donate to a bigger purpose or a project, as a means of contributing to society. So these are the 4 pillars of life purpose. So let me recap the 4 pillars again. Sorry for the sound. Let me rephrase the 4 pillars of purpose again. Pillar number 1 is to grow and learn. Learning and growth should be physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. You have to grow in this area of life, and you must be intentional about it. Next, we have the second pillar, which is to serve or service. You must come to the place of your work, wherever the type of work you are doing, whether you run your own business or you work with other people, you must come into service with a purpose to serve. You must come to the place of work with a purpose to serve. That's the second pillar of life purpose. The third pillar of life purpose is to accumulate money, to accumulate experience, to accumulate knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. To accumulate is the third purpose in life. And the fourth pillar of life purpose is to give it away. Give away your time, give away your knowledge, give away your experience, even give away some money that you have accumulated in form of charity, supporting a cause, and so on and so forth, helping the less privileged, and so on and so forth. So these are the 4 pillar of life purpose. All right, thank you so much. If you have watched this video up to this level, I really appreciate it. Try to like and subscribe to see this type of video in the future. I will see you. Take care.